Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. While this round of Champions League has started with Bellingham and the amount goals scored today were insane, and to be honest, it's hard to keep track of all the matches, but you made sure to keep track of the main match. As Real Madrid faced off against Atalanta, and boy it was a great game. What it really was, Real Madrid managed to pull off an incredible win. Some, however, Atalanta, who hadn't lost in their previous 14 matches. Real Madrid finally getting their groove back again. But surely this match again has raised several questions to this side of Madrid, because yep, they did got the job done in emphatic fashion though, believe me. If you've watched the game will know, Real Madrid were really lucky to have won that game. It was at least a draw, if it wasn't for Retegui miss. But the main thing being that this match alone was pretty much Real Madrid in a nutshell, because have never been a team that play wonderful football. They played that way, but even when they won the Champions League, they weren't the most dominant or the most beautiful playing team. But what Real Madrid were, a clinical team. Like whenever Real Madrid players needs to step up, they sure do at perfect time. That's the difference between them and others, and that's what helped them be this much successful in Champions League. And this game was perfect example of that, because coming into the game, Real Madrid were already having too much injury problems, but luckily their star players managed to recover perfectly in time, with Vini Jr starting alongside Mbappé. Thought this game was never ever meant to be easy. We're talking about Atalanta, who have been such an incredible team to watch. They are as of now top of the table in Serie A, proving that they were the real deal, and the match began with Real succumbing to the pressure. Atalanta were so well prepared, because Real Madrid likes build up from the back, as they can't go long directly to Mbappé, as she is not territorially and physically strong to hold the balls. Whenever Real Madrid tried to build from the back, Atalanta were putting immense pressure on them, and Real Madrid were constantly making mistakes and weren't able to do anything at all. Though Real Madrid got the goal early on, with Brahim Diaz finding Mbappé, who took incredible first touch and opened his body so incredibly well that we was through and scored a great goal, and I genuinely feel bad for this guy. Man scored an incredible goal. Even before this match he scored against Girona, but today he was all looking great, was making so great runs. Could have even scored another goal, at least where Valverde launched the ball and it fell behind the defender, and both Kylian Mbappé and Vini were through on the goal. But Mbappé decided to take a shot, which was well saved by the team, and it was a great moment. If Mbappé had scored there, it would have ended the game quicker. But Mbappé ended much quickly, as she had some issues with thigh. I think you don't know the severity yet, but he was subbed off for Rodrigo at like 36 minutes or so, which changed dynamics of the game a lot, as Real Madrid had to play a bit differently with Rodrigo in the pitch. But even after this miss, Real Madrid were barely good in the first half. Atalanta were dominating them, especially both Ademola, Lookman, who was just balling today, causing chaos from wide areas, and Ketelaere, who was incredibly well in pocket spaces, which caused problems for Madrid, as neither of them are strikers, so they were incredibly mobile and constantly roaming around, which had Madrid defense in question, as Real Madrid rarely has any organization and structure in their backline, but they dead them off somehow with Rudiger and Tchouaméni, though not coordinating that well, but individually making some crucial tackles and blocks. Thought things changed in second half. Now, as I mentioned before, the pressing of Atalanta was so aggressive, it was as if Real Madrid owed them money. But what occurred was Madrid weren't able to get the ball high enough, and they did same thing with Mbappé, where Courtois just went straight for Mbappé, but he was getting out-muscled and there was noon to win second balls. What Carlo did was slight tweak with. Now Vini is receiver off the ball, and Vini is much cleaner and technical than Mbappé, so he was able to get the ball high up top with Jude Bellingham supporting him by latching on second balls. And once Real Madrid got the second goal, it was on hided for forgot to say Tchouaméni also made silly mistake, which costed the Magol, with Ketelaere smashing the pen, but Vini got the ball, which was deflected by Ederson, and scored the goal after that goal in just few minutes. The same pattern occurred with Courtois to Vini, then Vini making an crucial pass over the defense, and when you look at Bellingham, he wasn't even running that hard. He was calmly arrived in the box and easily scored a goal after that goal. It was done and dusted. The goals gave Real Madrid more than enough confidence that they eventually started toying with Atalanta, and one flip side, Atalanta weren't able to convert their chances. If they hadn't, so they would have won the game. But after the goal of Vini, their heads were already down. The guy from Atalanta who was doing something was Ademola Lookman. He was on fire, on literal fire, harved in the game for one reason: to smoke. Real Madrid, the guy was unstoppable. He scored a beautiful near-pole finish and even almost made a brilliant assist, which should have ended the game. But Retegui missed a simple tap-in, and that was Retegui for Atalanta. This is what makes the difference between a team of great caliber and championship caliber. Real Madrid Evento played bad, came back, took their chances, and they're with that. It was an brilliant game from Jude Bellingham. I love the way he played, like a play simple football. He's so complete, like he was having a bad start to the season. But as of now, like 6 or 7 games, I don't know exactly. But the guy has been involved in all contributions 7 today. He covered every grass off the pitch, from his incredible defensive contributions to his constant threat and attacks. Scored a great goal, then completed 7 passes into the final third, 6 defensive actions and 8 recoveries. A complete game, to be honest. For him, he was the man of the match. Though Lookman got team and equally deserved, he was excellent today. Not gonna leave any amazing game at first, the lack bit of sharpness. It felt that was not completely fit. But eventually he grew in the game and started delivering, plus she was actually playing as creator rather than being the outlet. Then Brahim Diaz also had incredible game today. He looked really good. Got the start over Güler, proved again why he got the opportunity. As of now, Real Madrid are on 18th place with 9 points, and their next match is against RB Salzburg, which I believe would be easy. Okay, for Madrid to secure a dub, they won't get direct qualifications, but still a win as if now is necessary for Real Madrid. Let move on to next few game, which also occurred, with Liverpool continuing their incredible form with getting a 1-0 over Girona, with Salah scoring the penalty. Then Bayer Leverkusen again and again leaving shit to late, with Nordam scoring a scrappy goal to get the job done over Inter Milan. Then Brest, like the mulatto, be honest, they got their job done by winning. Lover for love to watch those Brest Livy, won't lie. Then Aston Villa and RB Leipzig having a cracking game, with Ross Barkley scoring the winner. But man, John Durant, this kid is special. The guy is a super sub, and why does he always scores? Such a great banger at 21 or something. His goal catalog is already wonderful. This guy would be one of the best for sure. If he continues like this, then PS getting a 3-0 win over RB Salzburg and Bayern Munich again, thrashing someone this time. The club that scammed Chelsea, Mikhailo Mudryk club Shakhtar getting thrashed by 5-1. Well, that's that for today, guys. Make sure to like the video and subscribe the channel. That would help a lot. And thank you for watching the video.